This is Houghton village, where I've been living since I was a little boy. The family's been living for 40 plus years now. And I just want to show you a few things in this local church, which has seen us bury our grandmother and countless weddings, Christmas Eves, New Year's, Easters as a family, many things. But just have a look at this. When you sing the Christmas carols about mistletoe and holly and ivy, here it all is. There's the mistletoe, here's some holly, there's the ivy. Of course at Christmas time the holly berries will come out bright red. Now it's midsummer, so they're not there. But this whole churchyard is just so full of, even though it's looking quite derelict, the flowers and the plant life is just stunningly natural and beautiful. Even the cherry trees still have some of their blossom. But there's one thing in particular I just want to share with you, and I'm talking quite quietly now because the church bells have just literally stopped ringing, and it feels so quiet and peaceful now by comparison. Oh, here we go. But I want to read you a poem on this gravestone. This gravestone has captivated me since I was a little boy when I first read it, and the impact is no less now, 40 years on. Each time I read it, if I had a penny for every time I'd read it, I'd be a wealthy man now. But let me just share it with you. I'll send I'll attach a photo later if you're interested in the words. But it's a poem in memory of Thomas Garner, who died September 30th, 1826. And he was aged 77. So he was born in 1749 by my maths, which is 268 years ago. Gives you some perspective on the age of the village. This church was built in the early 1400s, so that's 600, maybe close to 700 years old. And when you look at the stonework there, you realise how old it is. To put that into perspective, it would have been the only stone building in the entire village. Everywhere else would have been built from mud and wood back then, no stone at all. So anyway, back to the poem for Thomas Garner. It goes like this. Hopefully you can hear me above the sound of the church bells. My sledge and hammers lie declined. My bellows too have lost their wind. My fire's extinct, my forge decayed. My vice is in the dust all laid. My coal is spent, my iron is gone. My nails are drove, my work is done. My fire-dried corpse here lies at rest. My soul, smoke-like, soars to be blessed. Wow, if somebody could write that about me when I'm gone, I'd be so proud. I like to think in my mind that he was actually a blacksmith and his tools were his hammers and his bellows, but who knows, that could just be a metaphor. But either way, it's one of the more moving and powerful odes to a life that I've ever read. And here it is, right in my home village, England at its best. And just look at this place.